Well, my first instinct was a conversation with Jen, and she said, let me talk to you about, she said, I'm directing, I know you did last summer. And she said, let me tell you where Ray is at in my vision. And if you like that, let me pitch you the movie. And if you don't like it, we'll just eat lunch. And we kind of sat down and she broke down what she saw this character go through in the first 2 movies and how she saw that trauma affecting him for this movie, and how she saw the trauma affecting Julie, and how the same trauma could affect 2 people in complete opposite directions. One sort of made a human and the other sort of broke a human. So right away I was incredibly interested, because it just gives you as an actor a lot of room to play and sort of dive into nuance instead of just words on a page. Then she pitched me the movie, which takes really, really big swings. But because she prefaced it with this trauma and how it's sort of this make or break thing for people, I got really excited and really hungry right away. Hungry to show people what I could do with this type of a role, with this type of a character, and what he had gone through and who he's going to become at the end of this movie. So it was an easy yes. I said yes before I read the script. I said yes just off the idea, and just kind of knew everything was going to fall into place, and it really did.
My answer is pretty short. There's just no I Know What You Did Last Summer without Ray and Julie for me. That wasn't something I was interested in, and for me it was about a continuation of that story and catching up with these characters and finding who they were this many years later. So yeah, it's like, unfortunately not an exciting answer, because it was just like, I wasn't gonna do it without them. For me, it was just always from a place of character. It was just, who are these people 27 years later? How did what happened to them inform who they became? And how can who they became then inform this young cast of characters who kind of go through the exact same thing as they did? And so that was the North Star for me. That was where I came from, and it felt like I had found a way in that felt new and exciting and surprising, and it took a big swing. And so that was kind of what brought me to it and made me feel like we could do it.
Italian horror movies did it first, with the sort of giallo, Dario Argento, leather jackets, trench coats, leather gloves with caked on dried blood, close-ups of leather boots. I mean, that's sort of where my love for that whole look came, especially in the first one, and we lean into it even more. I mean, now, like you said, it's sort of an upgraded version of the jacket and an upgraded version of the hook.
Yep.
And I couldn't agree more with that. The jacket is just slicker. It's a slicker, it is a slicker. But it's cooler, the hook is sharper, it's sleeker, it feels like it cuts through the wind a lot faster, but it definitely has those giallo sort of looks and tributes to it, minus the red light that kind of gives away that blood is coming your way. But we get plenty of blood, so it's all good. But that to me has always been what the Fisherman looked like to me.
Yeah, and I think it's also the anonymity of it all. Like, the way that it can see, you do not know who it is. It's just a figure, and that's so scary. Yeah. For the slicker, the original slicker had kind of this like capey thing situation that we took away and gave the slicker a hood. To me, it wanted to feel like something any fisherman would wear. And I think that the slicker from the 90s was of that time. And so we looked at like, what are fishermen today wearing, and then kind of worked from there so that it could feel like scary and iconic, but also like real, because this is just a real person pulling off these murders.
You got to go to horror movies if you're going to go to a movie. I mean, that's kind of the whole reason why horror movies are made, are to get you to get up and get your friends and spend the gas money to get down there. And horror movies are a great experience. It's not just going to a movie. You see people yelling at the screen depending on what city you're in. You know what I mean? Like, don't go in that room. Why didn't you listen to me? Like, that doesn't happen in an action movie or a drama. Like, you don't see a Meryl Streep movie where people are screaming at the screen. Like, it just doesn't happen. So maybe a River Wild. Maybe some people are like, don't go on the raft. But yeah, man, horror movies are an experience. It's more than just, let's sit down on the couch and watch a movie. It's no, let's go experience something unique and special. And every time you go see a horror movie, it's a different reaction because you get people in there legit getting scared. Having the power to scare someone, to me, is more satisfying than making someone laugh because it's harder to do. I could slip and fall and by accident, and you're laughing right now just me saying that. But for me to scare you, like if I just went, like you wouldn't get scared. I have to plan that out and plot that out and get you when you least expect it, or at least my son, my wife, and my daughter. So that, scaring people is a unique experience, and I think it's the hardest thing to do in movies.